So, Mariana, I wanted to ask, as a woman entrepreneur from Latin America, how do you think the jobs market has evolved over the past few years, especially with the widespread presence of AI?
Yeah. Ooh, this is a big question because I think it's changing and it's changing fast. I think the pace of change is faster than ever, so it's really hard to have clarity. But I do think we have certain elements that already are very clear. On the one hand, I think AI is making and has the potential to make the job market so much more productive. No, these tools really, I think, can augment human capacities and can take companies to levels of much higher productivity that will mean we can do more with the resources that we have today. And that's incredibly exciting. And I think that will happen in every aspect of society. On the other hand, at the same time, I think AI is redefining in many ways the nature of work and also the demand there is for talent. Particularly, we see it a lot with junior talent because AI can automate many of the things that before only humans can do. And this, I think, in the short run is definitely a challenge that we need to think about. At the same time, as a society, I think both education organizations, companies, and government, we need to sit in the same table and rethink how should this future of work look like in the times of AI so that we take advantage of those productivity gains, but at the same time find those pathways where young people can actually begin their careers, gain the skills they need, and become the future of our workforce.
And what can women do to be competitive in this market? What kind of skills should they be developing?
Yeah, I think there are certain critical skills, both for men and women, and that I think it might sound a little bit ironic, right? We're talking about technology and all the tech skills that we need, and this is in the forefront, which this is critical, but I think there's this other set of skills that has become even more relevant in the age of AI, right? So when AI can automate many of the day-to-day tasks that we used to do, well, to take advantage of that, we need higher order skills that really enable us to make the best of this context. So skills like critical thinking, for example, to be able to discern, right? Is this advice the right one or should I question it? Is there something here that's off? Skills like curiosity and career agency. Where do I want to go with my career? What do I need to get there? What do I need to learn? Where do I learn it? No, who do I need to reach out to open that next path? I think this is also becoming absolutely critical in times of AI. And then there's another set of skills that I think is quite important that is related to employability. You know, in a market that's becoming so challenging, changing so fast, and we need to adapt. How can women gain the skills to remain competitive and get those better jobs? And these skills are about learning what's the best way to actually apply to a job when I know I'm going to be screened by an ATS and by an AI tools. How do I tell my story? No? How do I bring everything that I've done and communicate it in a way that resonates to that position that I'm applying to? How do I grow my network? I think social capital has always been critical, but I think it's just becoming even more so. How do I build a rich network? How do I get a recommendation? How do I have a reference of what potential paths are possible for me? So I think this space is absolutely central. And then, of course, we have the technical skills. We need to learn AI. We need to learn, I think, things like data analysis, things like customer centricity, things that maybe before were only required for people in technical jobs, now are being required for people in all sorts of jobs. No, we say in Laboratoria that in some way in this transition, every job is becoming a tech-enabled job, and we need to be able to take that train and build those skills.
And why is it important to invest in women-led businesses like Laboratoria? Why is it important to have a space like Laboratoria to support women in everything they want to do professionally and to make sure that they succeed in the job market?
Yeah, there are so many reasons. I have a long list, but I'll say first, I think the world of technology has become so central to everything that we do that we like to say that those designing and building technology are those determining our future in the end. And I think we live in a world where women have historically not been part of that design because it's only a few decades since we've been a more active part of the labor force. And that needs to change. No? For this next phase, we need to ensure that we women are part of designing those solutions. Because those solutions need to respond to our needs as well. So I think that's critical. And then again, there is so much evidence of the impact of bringing women into the economy and getting women decent, quality, well-paying jobs that has all sorts of spillover effects in their children, in their families, in their futures, in their communities. And we have seen this time and again in our students, in our community at Laboratoria. We've supported thousands of women accessing quality job opportunities in Latin America's digital economy, and the transformation that happens is just so profound. It's way more than a job. It's even way more than a better salary. I think a job is also a space where you can find a sense of purpose, where you can find a sense of fulfillment, where you can become an active part of society and be part of building that future that we want for our region.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.